what's most disappointing about this loss?
The fact that we didn't take the most of our opportunities in the first half, where we had enough ball. We never connected in the final third at all, to be honest. And that was a big disappointment because that was where we was on top. I thought they scored a really good goal out of nothing. A ball over the top that we didn't deal with most of the game, to be honest, and a really good finish. But then the biggest thing is the second goal kills the game. He's offside. But, you know, I'll take responsibility for the performance of the players today.
I mean, early on it looked like it was going to be Charlotte's day as soon as things connected for the final chance. And then it just kind of left, and even the opportunities weren't there as much as the chance. I mean, saved to the end, and then even Tavares' header wide kind of was the story of the day.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when you go away from home and you take the lead, you can just drop off behind the ball then. And they done that, and they wanted to then, you know, draw us on and use the space in behind. And they done that really well for the second goal. Unfortunately, the lad's offside. It's not given, you know, I've complained already about not having lines and stuff to show that it's offside. We saw one today in an FA Cup semi-final, you know, which is given. This one's clearer. But unfortunately, I think that changed the game. I thought that knocked the stuffing out of us. You know, I don't think Sunday night football is going to catch on, if I'm honest. But, you know, we don't get the numbers, and I understand why in the stadium, and it just felt a little bit flatter than normal. But, you know, we made too many bad decisions today.
Yeah, the weather could have been a big part of people not coming in that part. But, I mean, the bottom line, they seem to be getting touches. They seem to be quicker to the ball. They were able to wriggle out of spaces when you did have them defended well. Were they just the better team on the day?
No, I don't necessarily think so. I mean, we give poor goals away. You know, I thought first half we were the better team on the ball. We just never connected it in the final third. You know, goals change games. They always do. And, you know, when they got that second goal and then we've conceded from a set piece as well, you know, he puts you on the back foot a little bit. So, you know, my job is now to lift the players, because it's, you know, a small step backwards, but, you know, I've got enough belief in this group that they'll come back from it.
Thanks.
What happened with Scott? Is that injured, right?
Yeah, Scotty just felt his hamstring right at the end of the warm-up, so, you know, we just couldn't risk it. So, you know, that never helps, obviously, but I'm not going to make an excuse. That wasn't the reason we got beat today.
And then, like you mentioned, like the first half seemed a bit better. The team almost looked a bit more flat in the second half. What were maybe some of the things that you discussed in that halftime that maybe they didn't improve on?
Well, we spoke about, you know, better quality in the final third, and I think right at the start of it, Brex had a really good opportunity to put the ball in behind for Enzo, and we ended up taking an extra touch and never quite got the ball in behind. And 2 minutes later, they go to the other end and switch play and, you know, scored a goal. And I think, as I say, goals change games. The second goal, it allows them to defend a little bit deeper and, you know, stop spaces in front of them. And we have to go and chase the game, you know. Then put Patrick on and we go 4-4-2 and concede straight from the corner for the set piece.
And what was the decision that made you want to start Enzo over Patrick today, right? He seemed frustrated when he came off as well. It's 10 matches for him and no goals so far.
I thought he started the game last week okay. I thought he deserved that. I thought Patrick showed what he can do by making an impact off the bench, and I felt if we needed Patrick to come and do that, he would. So that was the biggest reason, really. And listen, I can understand his frustration because, you know, he wants to score goals. You know, unfortunately at the moment we're not quite connecting as well enough in the final third.
Right. Yeah. In the attacking midfield area, we've seen a number of different players fill that role. Even tonight, having to make kind of a last-minute change. Is there something from the players that are occupying that position that you'd like to see more of or less of? Or is there something missing in that position of the field?
I think the hardest thing in football is to create and score goals. You know, I think a lot of teams will come here and pat their defence out because, you know, we've been so strong here and try and catch us on the counter-attack. And that's what it felt like, you know, Minnesota came to do today. And, you know, so them spaces weren't there as much. all we needed was a little bit more quality on an up, back and through, and we would have broke their high line. We've done it a number of times, but never connected the final pass. There were more than enough opportunities for us to go and create enough and score goals, but we never showed that quality today.
Coach, it seemed like last week it was a kind of a turn-the-corner type victory, scoring 3 goals. How disconcerting and concerning is it that, as you just said, it felt like a step back tonight?
It's concerning because of the quality of goals we conceded today. You know, we've given another couple of big chances away. One at 3-0, where the lads put it wide. You know, we're chasing the game a little bit then, and it becomes a little bit scrappy. But they had one in the first couple of minutes where, you know, Callies made a really good save, and it just became a real transitional game for us, which is not what we really wanted. And our rest defence wasn't as good. They played a player with a little bit of pace up top, and he got in behind and scored a wonderful goal. But he gave our 2 centre-halves, I thought, too many problems today.
In your opening statement, you had mentioned, you know, I'll take this one, this is on me. What do you think that you could have done better this week in terms of maybe did the guys get prepped up a little bit? Did they feel a little too confident after last week?
I think just knowing that it's a Sunday night game, probably not our usual crowd that we normally would have in here. So roll them up a little bit before, get them as mentally prepared as I could. But that's for me to go and review again and you know, see what I did and what maybe I could have done better.
So, Coach, what is the effect of losing both of Dielson and Nathan in this game?
Well, we never had both of them for the last game. You know, and we conceded a couple of goals in that. They have been, you know, a big reason why we've been keeping clean sheets. I think you know how much I think of both of them players. I think they're excellent players, and you know, I think if they come out of any team, you're gonna feel it. But I thought we did well enough with the players that, you know, had replaced them, and you know, that was a team that it was the same team starting lineup as it was last week. But unfortunately, we didn't play well enough today.
I was surprised to see Diani come off. Was there any specific reason for that?
I just thought he looked leggy. I mean, you know, he made 3 runs in the first half from the halfway line into their penalty box. That's not what I want my 6 to do. You know, and I feel that we should have players further up the pitch, higher up the pitch, making them kind of runs. And you know, I just looked at the second goal, you know, and his recovery run wasn't as it normally is. So I just felt it was worth getting Brandt on to give us a bit more legs in there.
And then finally, you know, a match like this is going to happen over the course of any season. What do you tell the players? How do you tell them to deal with something like this, especially given the fact that, you know, probably the hot takes after the match are going to be pretty spicy?
Yeah, no, I'm always pretty cool after the game, win, lose or draw. I'm not going to get too high, as I said, and I certainly won't get too low. We'll review the game tomorrow. There's nothing we can change about the game now. It's gone. We lost 3-0, and we have to move on from that and learn lessons from it.
Thanks, Coach.
Cheers, thank you.
All right, last one, Nick.
You got a shorter week because you had a game just Saturday. Anything different in the training schedule?
No, not really. I mean, we win in tomorrow. Lads who played will have a regen, but the ones who didn't, we've arranged a game as well, so we'll have a game in the morning for them. And then Tuesday off, and then a 3-day lead into New York.
All right,
Brilliant.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Pleasure.